Hey everybody, this is GGB. We're getting back into third quarter action of this game, and the Independent Chiefs hold a 3-point lead over the 1-seed SEC Lions and are 30 minutes away from going to the next round and going to their first championship ever. Can they continue to build onto that lead? And the kick is away for the SEC Lions. It is going to be returnable by the Independent Chiefs. They're going to bring it out to about the 25, 24-yard line. They mark him. And onto the field comes the Independent Chiefs offense, which hasn't been great so far, by the way. They have had one drive that has resulted in a touchdown that was actually long. The other two field goals that they ended up getting were in large part because the Independent Chiefs defense put them in just excellent field position to get those field goals. So can they actually do what they need to do? Can they drive down this football field and put up points? They are, again, if they keep offensively consistent, they can win this game. Shotgun for Zach Wilson. Jamal Williams to the right of him. Trips to the top of the set. He takes the snap. Handoff. Jamal Williams at the middle, who has a hole. He's going to get about 5 yards on the play. Jamal Williams has not had a great day running this football, but hopefully that changes in the second half if you're an Independent Chiefs fan. SEC Lions have been able to keep him pretty much contained on the ground. This is such a good game, right? This is how you want to open. Like we were talking about how the Independent Chiefs, Mountain West Vikes was the way you want to open Wild Card Weekend. This is how you want to open divisional games. Shotgun here. They're going to draw up the middle to Jamal Williams, who has some blocks, and he's going to get the first down. 7-yard game for Jamal Williams. Like, this is how you want to start. Like, divisional, obviously, Wild Card Weekend is going to be crazy. You're going to have a lot of offensive. This is how you want to start a divisional weekend, is with a tight, close-fit, low-scoring game. That's what we're going to see a lot in divisional games. If they're close, they're going to be low-scoring. And so, it's really exciting to see some low-scoring, close football games to start it off, especially with a 1 versus 8 seed. Empty set here for Zach Wilson. Going to take the snap. He has some time. He fires. Underneath, it's going to be caught for a first down past midfield. It's Cole freaking Kmet. Cole Kmet has been everything for this Independent Chiefs offense. He has been so amazingly consistent on offense. And the great thing, if you're an Independent Chiefs fan, and you're losing some players, but you keep Cole Kmet, who has arguably been the best player. The biggest worry is no longer being Chiefs next year and no longer having really a quarterback to rely on, which is such an important position. But your defense is so good. 2 tight end set. Shotgun here is Zach Wilson. Running back directly behind him. He takes the snap. Fires across the middle. Is going to be caught first down inside the 40-yard line. Caught there, I believe, is Chase Claypool with another catch. With his third catch of the ball game. Again, the receivers haven't been super involved, but whenever they've been targeted, Chase Claypool and Will Fuller have been pretty productive, as well as Miles Boykin. Again, this hasn't been an offensive dynamite showing, but the Independent Chiefs hasn't needed it to be. Shotgun here for Zach Wilson, running back to the right of him. Going to bring a man in motion, Miles Boykin. He's going to fake it to him. He's going to have some time. 3-man rush. He has time. Fires underneath. It's going to be caught. Miles Boykin on the wheel. Going to get it to the 23-yard line. And just like that, they're inside the green zone. Great way to open up this second half of action is the Independent Chiefs, who have been driving down this football field, doing a phenomenal job of getting the ball to their playmakers. And just, this is a phenomenal play by Zach Wilson. I mean, no one's open for at least a little bit. Miles Boykin realizes that no one's on him in the flat. He runs upfield. Zach Wilson and him connect. And just like that, it's to the 23-yard line. Tight formation under center is Zach Wilson. Looks like a 2 tight end set. Jamal Williams directly behind him. He's going to go play action to Jamal Williams. He's going to have some time with a 3-man rush. He has plenty of time. He fires to the end zone. That is almost intercepted. Almost intercepted by the SEC Lions, and that would have been a huge turnover if you're the SEC Lions defense. To force a turnover like that, just like the Independent Chiefs defense was able to do on your offense and not give up any points, it would have been massive. But 2nd and 10 upcoming, bailed out there by a drop, is Independent Chiefs' Zach Wilson. Shotgun here for Zach Wilson. They're going to take the snap. It's a screen to Jamal Williams. He's able to get it off. Oh, and he has some blockers out in front. Jamal Williams is going to pick up the first down inside the 10-yard line to the 9. Is the running back out of BYU. And Jamal Williams has been a huge part of this offensive drive, along with Cole Kmet, along with Chase Claypool, along with Miles Boykin. really getting everyone involved in this offensive drive. Phenomenal job by Andy Reid coming at a half, and a chance to take a 10-point lead on this opening drive. 2 tight end set, under center is Zach Wilson. Can they finally punch it in the end zone? He's going to go handoff up the middle to Jamal Williams, who actually has some blocks, and he's going to get it to the 1-yard line. They rule him. 1-yard line, Jamal Williams just short of that end zone. And they are 1 yard away from taking a likely 10-point lead in this football game over the vaunted SEC Lions. They look like they're going goal line here. 2 tight end set, under center is Zach Wilson. Jamal Williams in the backfield. He's going to go handoff. Jamal Williams up the middle is not going to get it. He's going to get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. And it's going to bring up a big 3rd and goal. Danielle Hunter with a massive tackle on 2nd and goal, not giving up the touchdown to Jamal Williams. And interesting scenario. Do you try and outstrength the SEC Lions defense up the middle, or do you kind of go a little bit more sneaky and try and do a pass here? Your one touchdown has been passing, so we'll see. They're going to go empty set here. Wow. Big risk by the Independent Chiefs on offense. Shotgun here for Zach Wilson. He takes the snap. They bring a blitz. He fires quickly. It's going to be caught. Touchdown. Cole Kmet with a huge touchdown on 3rd and goal from the 1 yard line. And Cole Kmet with his first receiving touchdown of the game. And the Independent Chiefs are an extra point away from taking a 10-point lead over the vaunted SEC Lions defense. And just what a great showing so far today by these Independent Chiefs, giving the SEC Lions everything they can handle and have a 10-point lead over them. Cole Kmet has been a beast here today. And they are an extra point away from taking a 10-point lead. Justin Yoon out there to kick this one straight through the uprights. The kick is up. It is good. It is a 10-point lead for the Independent Chiefs, who have a 20-10 lead. Got to give credit to their defense, too, right? The Independent Chiefs defense has held this amazing SEC Lions offense to 10 points through, 34 minutes of play? I mean, that is crazy. They forced 4 turnovers that resulted in 6 points. But still, great, phenomenal play by this defense so far today. Can they keep it up? And if they can keep it up, they have an excellent chance of moving on to the next round and going to the first conference championship ever, right? This would be the first ever, lowest seed ever to make it this far. The 6th seed is the lowest to have ever made a conference championship before. Can this 8th seed be the first team to do it? Kickoff by Justin Yoon is away. It's going to be returnable by the SEC. He's going to bring it out to about the 25-yard line. 26-yard line is where they're going to officially mark him. And onto the field is going to come Joe Burrow in this SEC Lions offense, who has made a ton of mistakes here early, right? A lot of that is on Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow has thrown 2 interceptions, and he's fumbled the football. And Josh Jacobs has fumbled it as well. So, I mean, it has been a rough offensive showing here today for the SEC Lions, but you're only down by 10, which is the bright side if you're the SEC. You've turned the ball over 4 times, and you're only down by 10 points. You have an excellent opportunity to still come back in this football game and win this thing. Tight formation, under center is Joe Burrow. He's going to go pass here. They bring a blitz. He fires quickly. It's going to be caught short of the line to gain, but still a 7-yard gain. Getting the ball out quickly to, I believe, Jamar Chase. Jamar Chase with only his 3rd catch of the ball game for 47 yards. Byron Jones with his 5th tackle of the ball game right there. Sets up an excellent 2nd and 3 for this SEC Lions offense. Trips to the top of the set. Running back, likely Nick Chubb to the right of him. Takes the snap. Fires quickly. It's going to be caught over the middle. Easy first down. And he's going to fight his way to the 48-yard line. Who are you? 7? Probably A.J. Brown with the catch there. Yeah, A.J. Brown with his 3rd catch of the ballgame for 38 yards. Again, the receivers you would think would be more productive considering you have Justin Jefferson and A.J. Brown and Jamar Chase, who are arguably all top 5 wide receivers in the entire NFL. But just interesting that the Independent Chiefs, up until this point, have been able to keep them pretty much in check. 2 tight end set. Under center is Joe Burrow. Running back to right directly behind him. They're going to hand off up the middle. He's able to fight his way. He's going to get about 8 yards on the run, actually. Great run by Nick Chubb. And they're just going back to what they do best. It's not, you're not going to try any deep shots. It's just easy underneath passes to guys like A.J. Brown, who can break tackles, and Jamar Chase, who can get open on routes, and Nick Chubb up the middle, who now has his X Factor activated, which I would use here if I'm the SEC Lions. Shotgun for Joe Burrow. He's going to take the snap, handoff up the middle to Nick Chubb. Nick Chubb's going to fight his way, and he's going to get a first down. Actually, I'm sorry, that's Josh Jacobs. Josh Jacobs has the X Factor? Wow. Okay. Fatukasi there with the tackle. And time's not really that big of an issue, again, because you have an entire third quarter and a fourth quarter still to go. You just would like to get points on this drive. Under center is Joe Burrow, 3 tight end set, I believe. He's going to go pass here, actually, though. He's going to have time. He fires underneath. It's going to be caught, but not a lot there. Actually, a 4-yard gain. Decent. Getting the ball out quickly to Kyle Pitts. I thought that was less. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah with the tackle there. And this is a solid response drive by the SEC Lions, right? Like, this is a good response to what the Independent Chiefs just went down the field and did. Is they just went down the field and got a touchdown, and it looked pretty simple. And the SEC Lions are doing a somewhat similar thing here. Just keep the drive going. They're not doing anything insane. Just taking easy checkdowns, but it makes it 2nd and 6, 2nd and 4, and it's a lot easier to do that. Under center is Joe Burrow. Tight formation. They're going to go pass here, though. They bring a blitz. He's going to get sacked. Huge sack by Romeo Okwara. And that's going to set him back to the 42-yard line. 3rd and 12 upcoming, and a chance for a massive stop for the Independent Chiefs, right? They were just driving down this football field. Independent Chiefs bring up a blitz. Doesn't get it out quick enough. And Romeo Okwara with his first sack of the ball game, and it's a big one. No one's going to beat an SEC lineman one-on-one, but if you bring enough of a blitz, again, you're going to have too many guys for the SEC to block, and that's what happened there, and that's how Okwara was able to get the sack there. 3rd and 12. Can the Independent Chiefs get a big stop on 3rd down? Shotgun for Joe Burrow, running back to the right of him. Takes the snap. 4-man rush. He's going to have time. He fires across the middle. It's going to be caught, and he gets a first down. Oh! You need to tackle him short of the sticks if you're the Independent Chiefs. And A.J. Brown's able to fight his way, and he gets a first down inside the 30. And that was an excellent opportunity to get a stop there if you're the Independent Chiefs and you do not succeed. You leave A.J. Brown open over the middle. You need to make that tackle right there if you're number 54. I believe that's Fred Warner. You need to make that tackle, keep him short of the line to gain, at least force him to go for it on 4th down. He misses the tackle, and they end up getting an easy first down. A.J. Brown now has X Factor activated along with Josh Jacobs to the left of Joe Burrow. Going to take the snap, handoff up the middle, Josh Jacobs. He has some running room, but there's going to be a flag on the play, likely holding by the SEC lineman. It is going to be called holding on the SEC. It's going to back him up. Going to make it 1st and 17 for the SEC. Back to the 36-yard line. With 7 minutes left to go in this third quarter of action. This, again, reminder, this has been the second possession of the game. We are over halfway done with this third quarter, and it has been 2 possessions. They've both been long drives. Shotgun for Joe Burrow, running back to the right of him. Going to take the snap. He has plenty of time. Eventually, he's going to get pressured. He's going to get sacked. Huge sack by, again, Romeo Okwara with his 3rd sack of the ball game. Romeo Okwara, weirdly enough, the Independent Chiefs have more sacks in this ball game than the SEC Lions do, which is not something you thought you would say, considering all the talent on the SEC line, defensive line. And all due respect, there's no stars on the Independent Chiefs defensive line, and it is all stars on the SEC Lions defensive line. So you'd think they'd have more sacks, but great pressure so far today by the Independent Chiefs defensively, and it's just been great coverage that have led to these sacks. But it's going to bring up a 2nd and 22. Important to get some of this back, at least 10 yards back of this if you're the SEC Lions. Shotgun here for Joe Burrow, running back to the left of him. Takes a snap. He's going to play action. He's going to have some time, a lot of time actually, forever in the pocket. He's going to throw to the end zone, and that is going to be caught. Touchdown! It doesn't matter. It doesn't even matter. Justin Jefferson, who hasn't really been targeted all day, they throw up a ball to him, and Justin Jefferson just mosses him, and they end up getting a huge touchdown on 2nd and 22. 2nd and forever, he just throws it up to Justin Jefferson one-on-one, and it's just Justin Jefferson. He's going to make a play on the ball. over, I believe, Isaiah Rodgers Sr., and they've been able to keep Justin Jefferson in check for most of this ball game, but it does not work there, and Justin Jefferson bails them out on a good pass by Joe Burrow on a 2nd and 22. If that goes incomplete, they're stuck with a 3rd and 22 and an unlikely conversion and really far back to try and attempt a field goal. The cameraman was assaulted and he's now in the void. But they cut the lead to 3, and a huge position to be in if you're the independent Chiefs, right? You just went down the field, you just got a touchdown to extend the lead to 10, but the SEC Lions match it, and with 6.5 left to go, can you also go down the football field and get some points to extend this lead? This SEC Lions are not going to give up. These are not going to be an SEC Lions that just lay down and die. This is too talented of a team. They have too high of aspirations for this year. They have a chance of winning this entire thing. They are not just going to let themselves get beat by an 8 seed. You're going to have to fight tooth and nail for this victory. And if you want that, your offense is going to have to step it up. The defense has done about as good as it can. Joe Burrow is going to get touchdowns in the 4th quarter and the 3rd quarter. It's just going to happen. Run back is going to get it to about the 24-yard line for Isaiah Rodgers Sr. And it's just 6.5 minutes left to go in this 3rd quarter of action. Can Zach Wilson match it, right? He just went down the field. He had a great opening drive to start the half to get a touchdown, but the SEC Lions just matched that. Can the independent Chiefs match that match, right? Like, can they go toe-to-toe with this SEC Lions offense and not flinch? Because the SEC Lions offense is stout. It is a strong offense, and if you want to beat them, you can't flinch. You're going to have a great offensive drive to match it. Shotgun for Zach Wilson, running back to the left of him. He's going to take the snap. He's going to fire quickly underneath. That is going to be caught and is going to be a 1st down. Great run after catch by Miles Boykin, who has become a huge component for this offense, right? Like, not many people would have come entering this game thinking Miles Boykin was going to make a whole bunch of plays. If you had to list the players you thought you were going to make plays, he would probably be like 5 on that list behind like guys like Cole Kmet, Jamal Williams, Will Fuller, Chase Claypool. Miles Boykin's been having himself a game, and he's been huge today. I mean, not as huge as Cole Kmet, but still. Under center here is Zach Wilson. 1 tight end set. He's going to bring Kmet in motion. He's going to go pitch to Jamal Williams, and he's going to get tackled for a huge loss. Loss of 6 yards on that play. No one blocks Von Miller off the edge, and that's a mistake. And it's going to bring up a 2nd and 16. And a huge chance to get a stop here if you're the SEC Lions defense. If you're the independent Chiefs, you just got to get half of this back, right? You got to make it 3rd and 8, 3rd and manageable for Zach Wilson. You cannot ask him to convert in 3rd and 16. That is too crazy for him to try and attempt to do. Someone's got to block Von Miller there if you're an independent Chiefs fan. Great defensive play by the SEC Lions. Going to bring up a 2nd and 16. You've got to get some of this back if you're the independent Chiefs. You cannot just let your guy try and convert a 3rd and 16. Shotgun here for Zach Wilson. Running back to the right of him. He's going to go draw up the middle. Jamal Williams is going to get a decent amount of it back. Going to bring up a 3rd and 12, though. Going to get 4 yards. Can Zach Wilson convert the biggest 3rd and 12 of his career as an independent Chief so far, in his quite possibly last game as an independent Chiefs? If they do not win here today, this will be his last game as an independent Chief, because the BYU will be moving to the Big 12, and he likely will not make that Big 12 roster. And he will never start, at least. He has 2 great players in front of him. Shotgun here for Zach Wilson. Going to take the snap. Play action. He has some time. A lot of time. Actually, forever in the pocket. He fires underneath. It's going to be caught by Jamal Williams. Jamal Williams is going to get tackled 2 yards short of the line to gain on their own side of the 50. They probably are going to putt this one. And that is going to be really disappointing if you're an independent Chiefs fan. With 4.5 minutes left to go in the 3rd, the SEC Lions are likely going to take control of the football with a chance to either tie it or take the lead on offense. Throw it underneath Jamal Williams, unable to make a whole bunch of people miss, and they're going to come 2 yards short of that line to gain. 4.5 minutes left to go at your own 44-yard line. They're going to punt this ball away with Townsend, I believe. Townsend fumbles with the punt, but he's able to get it off, and it's going to land at about the 15-yard line. It's going to be returnable, and he's going to get it to about the 20-yard line. So the SEC Lions are going to have to go 80 yards to try and get a touchdown and take the lead in this game. But if any quarterback can do it, it's Joe Burrow. Last drive, he was perfect and threw for 80 yards on his own. Can Joe Burrow do it again? Can Joe Burrow lead this team down the football field and get a touchdown and take a huge lead in a game that has really been back and forth here today? Or can he at least get a tie with 4 minutes and 15 seconds left to go in this third quarter of action? Under center is Joe Burrow, 2 tight ends set. Nick Chubb in the backfield, 2 wide receivers at the top. Going to take the snap, handoff up the middle to Chubb. Chubb's going to be able to work his way for about a 3-yard gain. Not a huge gain for Nick Chubb. Able to keep him pretty much in check here today has been the Independent Chiefs running defense. It's done a phenomenal job of keeping both him and Jacobs in check. Can they do the same thing with Joe Burrow, though? They've been able to keep him in check for most of the day, but he had a phenomenal last drive that got him a touchdown. Converted a 3rd and long. Under center is Joe Burrow. He takes the snap. 2 tight end set. He has time. He fires over the middle. It's going to be caught either for just enough for a first down. It's going to be just enough for a first down. To the 30-yard line is Kyle Pitts. Kyle Pitts has arguably been their most consistent offensive player in the receiving game, and he only has 37 yards. It has been a phenomenal showing by this Independent Chiefs defense. Joe Burrow does have his X Factor activated, though. 2 tight ends set. Under center is Joe Burrow. Running back directly behind him. He's going to go play action to him. He's going to have some time. Forever in the pocket. Going to scramble to his left. He throws it across his body. It's going to be caught to the 36-yard line. Huge throw across his body. Going to get the ball to Kyle Pitts. And Kyle Pitts again with a massive catch inside the 40 for the Independent Chiefs. Again, forever in the pocket Joe Burrow has, and he's able to find a man open across his body. He's hit immediately after making the catch by Harrison Smith, but it's not enough to jar the ball loose, and it's going to be a 1st and 10 inside the Kansas City 40. Can the SEC Lions pull it off? Under center is Joe Burrow. 3 tight ends set, I believe. 1 running back in the backfield, Nick Chubb. They're going to hand off to Chubb up the middle. Chubb's going to be able to work his way for a 4-yard gain, but again, not a lot going for Nick Chubb here today. 2.5 minutes left to go in this third quarter of action. Can the SEC Lions punch this into the end zone and take a 4-point lead entering the 4th? 3 players activated, Superstar X Factor activated for the SEC Lions on offense. And they take the snap, 4-man rush. He's going to have a lot of time. Throws on the run. It's going to be caught. 1st down inside the 25-yard line. Catch there made by Jamar Chase. Only his 4th catch of the ball game, but it's a big one. Inside the 25-yard line. 2 minutes left to go in this third quarter of action. Can the SEC Lions punch it in and take the lead? Or will this game be a 4th tie heading into the 4th quarter? Under center is Joe Burrow. 2 tight ends set. Independent Chiefs needs to force a field goal. He's going to go play action to Chubb. He's going to have some time with a 4-man rush. Going to have forever back there. He's going to fire to the end zone. It's going to be caught. No, incomplete. Oh, Kyle Pitts drops an excellent chance at a touchdown. Joe Burrow throws a perfect pass. Independent Chiefs break it up. And it's going to bring up 2nd and 10. And that's heartbreaking if you're an SEC Lions fan. You were that close to having the lead again for the first time since the second quarter. 3 Superstar X Factor still activated. Takes the snap. They're going to bring a blitz. He fires quickly underneath. It's going to be caught by Josh Jacobs, who's going to get tackled just short of that line to gain. 3rd and 1 upcoming. Tackle made by Isaiah Rodgers Sr. to keep him short. Josh Jacobs' 4th catch of the ball game. But 3rd and 1. Can the Independent Chiefs get a big stop on 3rd down? Or will the SEC Lions able to force their way to a 1st down? Likely a run up the middle with Nick Chubb, you got to think here. 2 tight end set. Shotgun for Joe Burrow. Going to take the snap, actually pass. He fires quickly. It's going to be incomplete. Oh, huge incompletion forced by Kyle Hamilton in his 4th and 1, and you have a very interesting decision. You have the tie in your back pocket if you're an SEC Lions fan, but you got to be thinking more tie here. More than a tie here. Huge hit. Jars the ball loose by Kyle Hamilton. Going to bring up a 4th and 1. You got to think you run it up the middle with Nick Chubb here. You don't send out Daniel Carlson. You try and force this up the middle for a 1st down. That's what they're going to do. 3 tight end set. Fullback on the football field. We all know what they're doing. Independent Chiefs know what they're doing. Just can they stop it? Handoff up the middle. Blasingame gets a huge 1st down. 5-yard rush for Kerry Blasingame. Going to put him inside the 10-yard line. And the SEC Lions are 9 yards away from taking back the lead in this football game over the Independent Chiefs. Can they do it? Or can the Independent Chiefs get a big goal-to-go stop to force the tie? These are some big plays. 3 tight end set. Under center is Joe Burrow. Running back behind him. He's going to take the snap. He's going to go pass here. He's going to have some time. Eventually pressured up the middle. Scrambles to his left. He's going to fire to the end zone. Caught. Touch. Oh, I thought that was caught for a touchdown. It's not. It's incomplete. He's out of bounds. Oh, he was wide open. So many opportunities for touchdowns here if you're the SEC Lions. 2 have been incomplete. Actually, Detroit's going to challenge this call that it's an incomplete pass. They're going to look at this. Did he get both feet in bounds? I thought it was a touchdown. Oh, I think Justin Jefferson gets both feet in bounds. I like to see a different angle. He catches it there. It does that second foot hit. I'd like to go back to that other angle. So the first foot hits and it's flat. Does he get his second toe in bounds? See what the refs call it here. They call it a touchdown. The SEC Lions take a likely 4-point lead off a great touchdown grab by Justin Jefferson. And while he has been almost non-existent this entire game, he comes up with 2 huge touchdown catches in this third quarter of action to give the SEC Lions a likely 4-point lead with 55 seconds left in the third quarter of action. Kick is up. It is good for the SEC Lions. And with 55 seconds left in this third quarter, the Independent Chiefs are down by 4, when at one point in this quarter they led by 10. 14-point swing here today. Can the Independent Chiefs offense match it, right? They just got punched in the face. Do they have the resiliency to bounce back? This is a good Independent Chiefs team. Remember, it looked like the Mountain West Vikes had them dead to rights in the first game. It looked like the Mountain West Vikings were going to move on to the next round. And the Independent Chiefs came up with a huge stop to force a field goal and make it a 4-point game, I think. Keep it, instead of it being a 1-point game, it's going to be returnable by Isaiah Rodgers Sr. He's going to bring it up the middle. He's going to get it to about the 27-yard line. And they had 50 seconds to go down the entire length of the field with next to no timeouts and get a touchdown. And you know what they did? They did just that. They've been punched in the face before. Can the Independent Chiefs bounce back once again? A touchdown or a field goal would even be huge here, right? Cutting the lead to 1 would be massive, but a touchdown to regain the lead for you would be huge. With 51 seconds left to go in this third quarter of action, we're obviously not going to see that. We're going to have to wait till the fourth to see how this game ends. But 51 seconds, what do? Shotgun for Zach Wilson. Looks like a possible blitz by the SEC. They do bring a blitz. They're going to hand off to the outside to Jamal Williams, who had some blocking. Oh, why do you not cut inside there? The guy had the inside leverage. You have at least 10 yards at a first if you just cut inside if you're Jamal Williams. Instead, he doesn't. And he ends up only being a 3-yard gain when it could have been a 10-yard gain and a first. 25 seconds left. Looks like this is going to be the last play. He's going to take the snap. Hand off at the middle. Jamal Williams again. Jamal Williams is going to be tackled for a loss. 3rd and 9 upcoming, likely entering the fourth quarter. Hey everybody, this is GGB. This has been a crazy third quarter of action. Hope you join me for a fourth quarter action to see who will be the first team to punch their ticket to the championship round. Hey everybody, this is GGB saying adios amigos, and good luck to both these teams in the fourth. Bye.